Hey everybody, this is Sunita and you're watching Sunita's English Adventure. So, we are out somewhere and I thought, why not to make use of this time? And many of you often ask me, how do I improve my vocabulary? How do I keep on enhancing it? So I thought, why not to spill some beans and tell you my little secrets. Honestly speaking, nothing too fancy, but these small habits have helped me improve my vocabulary and most importantly, retain it. And I'm sure this is going to help you too. So, first thing first, there are millions of words in the dictionary, and you watch something when you consume English content, a video, a podcast, when you read a book or maybe an article, you come across many words. But can you learn it all at once? Absolutely not. So, what to learn and what to leave? That's a big question, and most learners confused with this, and they feel overwhelmed and stuck, right? So, what do you have to do? You don't have to underline each and every new word you come across. You just have to pick up some practical and functional words that is related to your life that you could actually use in your real life. You don't have to simply maintain a word bank, but you have to maintain a practical word bank, right? So definitely you don't need all the words in English, right?
आजा खींचे
ते दोनों गाय के साथ आ गई फोटो
हैं? चल चल बहुत हो गया तेरी
photo shoot.
फोटो शूट हो गई चल
Underline only those words which you feel important for your life, your conversation, or your context. In other words, words that you actually see yourself using in your life, right? So these kind of vocabulary will actually stick to your mind, and these are the vocabulary that are going to make a difference. Otherwise, you'll simply end up creating a word bank for yourself and never using it.
Okay, so think of it like this. If you're a doctor, what will you do with the vocabulary related to legal mediation? And if you're a beautician, what is the use of corporate buzzwords? Exactly. So choose your vocabulary wisely. Otherwise, you'll end up collecting a lot of unnecessary stuff and you'll never use it. Now, let me share with you how I personally learn and retain vocabulary.
Choose useful words.
I only pick words that I know I can use in my classes, conversations, or in my everyday life.
Learn words in context.
I never learn words in isolation. For example, instead of just memorizing the word serene, I would remember it through a sentence. The mountains look so serene in the morning.
Make your own sentences.
So immediately after learning a new word, I make 2-3 sentences on my own, and they don't need to be perfect. Remember, they don't need to be perfect, just practical.
Use and repeat.
This is the real trick. I use those words in my conversations, in my teaching, and slowly they stop being new words and start becoming my words. Okay, so let me share a personal habit with you. When I started this journey, that time I used to write new words in my notebook. I would write its meaning, a few sentences around it, but to be very honest, I hardly revised those. For me, once written was done. So, what I do now is I keep things handy. Whenever I come across any new interesting word, I open my phone's notepad and I type that word there. Later on, when I scroll through my phone, I look at that word, I try to guess the meaning, and if I get it right, that little satisfaction is unbeatable and it makes the word stick to your tongue for longer because your brain has worked for it. And if I can't guess, I would look for the meaning and make 2 sentences around it, and that's it. That word becomes mine. Another hack, you can take screenshots whenever you come across any new word in any video or in any picture. Just take a screenshot, save it to your gallery, and the next time you flip through your gallery, have a look at those words. It's the best way to revise without any effort, isn't it? And here is something interesting. Have you ever noticed that some words get trapped in your mind? You have read or heard it somewhere, but you really don't know the meaning. So instead of chasing new vocabulary, why don't you work on these words? Find its meaning, make a few sentences around it, and make that word yours, right? Because you use it or you lose it. So better work on those vocabulary, right? Another interesting way to expand your vocabulary is through synonyms, okay? Because you really can't remember the definitions of every word you come across, but you can definitely remember synonyms and antonyms. This is something I also follow. I feel it's pragmatic, right? So let's suppose for a happy word, if you want to say I'm happy, why don't you use better synonyms for it? I'm glad, I am over the moon, I am elated, I am ecstatic. Sounds colorful, right? Similarly, for sadness, you can say, I'm sad, I'm feeling blue, I'm gloomy, I am down, I'm off. So there are many synonyms that you can use here, and it makes your speech really interesting. Now, the big question is, where do you find words related to your niche? If you are a housewife, your vocabulary will come from parent-teachers meeting, kitchen, shopping, or maybe managing home. And you can find useful words in parenting forums, lifestyle blogs and vlogs, watch family-related shows. But if you are a doctor, you'll find useful vocabulary from any medical journal, okay, healthcare blogs. And if you are in a corporate sector, you have to go for LinkedIn articles, business newspapers, or TED Talks. So you have to choose wisely which type of content to consume so that you could get vocabulary that you can actually use in your real life. And here is my final message. Learn words that suit your energy and niche. Don't go wider, but go deeper. Move those passive words to your active words by using them. All right. And if you're still learning English the old school way by memorizing the list, it's time to change and prefer pragmatic approach here. All right. And before I leave, let's talk a little about idioms. You don't have to go for complex idioms, but common idioms can also make your speech flowery and interesting. Like, it's a piece of cake for me. Or, I don't beat my own drum. Don't beat around the bush. It's a walk in the park for me. I'm over the moon. All right. So these are a few simple idioms that you can use anywhere with anyone, even a kid can understand. So better go for simple idioms rather than going for complex ones like break a leg. It seems like you are actually breaking somebody's leg, but the meaning is good luck. So it's a bit complicated. Nobody can easily understand the meaning, right? So don't avoid it, I mean. All right. So yes, vocabulary is not about memorizing thousands of words, but it's about making the right ones yours. And before I leave, let me share a few words from my own word bank, some that I've recently jotted down, and maybe you can pick them up too. The first one is pragmatic. That means practical, realistic. Instead of dreaming about impossible things, she took a pragmatic approach and solved the problem step by step. Pragmatic, practical. The second one is zealous. That means showing great energy or enthusiasm. The kids were zealous about their annual function preparation. That means they were feeling so energetic, they were feeling so excited about their annual function. Zealous, energetic, enthusiastic, right? Tenacity. Tenacity means determination and persistence. Her tenacity helped her crack the exam. That means her determination helped her crack the exam. So I'm simply replacing the basic word with the new one, with the advanced one, okay? Her tenacity helped her crack the exam. The next one is reverence, deep respect. People in India show reverence towards their elders, deep respect. Read the room. It's not a vocabulary, but it's an idiom. Read the room means understand the mood of people around you. He kept joking in a serious meeting because he failed to read the room. All right? The last one is yearning. Yearning. That means a deep longing or desire. She had a yearning to travel the world. She had a deep desire to travel the world. I have a yearning to be fluent in this language. I have a deep desire to be fluent in this language. All right? So yes, these are a few words I'm working with these days, and you also try them out. Try making a few sentences around it and make them yours. So at this note, let me end this vlog. I hope you really liked it. We'll see you in the next one. And till then, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep shining. Thank you so much for watching.
Want to practice English daily? Join our WhatsApp practice group. Interactive, supportive, and beginner-friendly.